Welcome. Thank you for joining me. You are now tuned into a Tamerica production, and I'm your host, Tamerica. Today, we're going to be discussing the Agenda Exposed, and we're going to be taking a look at Serena and Venus Williams, who were introduced to us back in 1985. The sisters were from a low income community, and here we see a picture of the two before they were famous posing with the former president in front of the Riviera Country Club. The Riviera Country Club is considered to be a masterpiece in golf and has introduced some of the greatest athletes in the country. Serena and her sisters were trained here and were introduced to the world through Trans World Sports. Now, Trans World Sports is the world's largest syndicated sports channel. Trans World also has a definition meaning in dual and radical ends of an opposite side of a bond. Here we're looking at a chart of a male, which is blue, which has a straight back line, and on the right with the pink you have a woman who has a curved spine back line. Here's a chart of the skull of a male, which is square, and on the right you have the skull of a female, which is curved. Here we're going to see a photo of Serena transitioning. On the left you see her more with a square jawline and transitioning more to a curved jawline. We're going to look at a chart here that shows the shoulders of a woman that are aligned with her hips, and on the right the shoulders of a man which protrude outside of his hips. Here's a chart of a woman's arch in her back, and on her side all women have arches in their back. It is a design made by the Most High Creator. You'll notice here that Serena Williams doesn't have an arch. This is a straight back line. This is the trait of a male. Again, all women have arches in their back. This is a design by the Most High Creator, designed for childbearing, childbirth. So again, you will see here where Serena Williams has a straight back. There's no curve. Again, these are all traits of a male. The Most High distinguished the difference between a male and a female in many different ways. Here, for example, the hands. A male's index finger tends to be shorter than his ring finger, and on the right you'll see the female whose index finger is typically the same size as her ring finger. So again, a male's index finger is shorter than the middle and the ring finger, and a female's index finger is approximately the same size as her ring finger. These are distinctions made by the Most High Creator. So again, fellas, it's very important when you want to gauge a woman, check her hands. If her index finger is shorter, you might want to put a question mark there. So here, you see a photo here where Serena Williams' index finger is shorter than her middle and index finger. You're looking at the trait of a male. Here we're going to see a chart of a woman's neck, which is inward, and a male's neck, which is outward, and is also thicker because a male's skull is heavier. Here's a chart of a woman's spine, which has an indent, curve, and a male's spine, which is straight. Men tend to have straight lines, women have curved lines. Here you'll see Serena Williams' shoulders, which have traps on them. Again, these are signs and traits of a male. Here is a chart of a male, again, that has traps, and a woman who has curved lines. So you say, well, Serena was a woman. We saw her have a baby. Well, this is Hollywood, and Hollywood is designed in illusions, and some of the illusions that they use are created with props. They use props with moon bumps. They have surrogacy centers for celebrities, all type of tools to create an illusion. Here you see a photo with Serena. She's pregnant, but she has no fat tissues, which is a trait of a natural pregnancy. Here's a photo of a cute little baby, but again, there is a lot of masculine energy in this photo. Here's a chart of a male. Doesn't matter what culture, doesn't matter what size, all men have straight backs. This is biologically created by the Most High Creator. So we have here a male who has a straight torso, a woman who has a curved torso with an indent in the torso. You'll see here that Venus has a straight torso, straight hips, broad shoulders that extend outside the hips. Again, these are traits of a male. You'll see a picture here of Serena with a straight waistline, no curve indent, And that looks like an Adonis belt there too. So here we're looking at a chart of an indent on a woman to the left, which is above the navel, and to the right, the indent of a man is below the navel. Here we're looking at Serena. The largest part of the hip is below the crotch, and to the left, which is a woman, the largest part of the hip is above the crotch, which is the sign of a female. Here, biologically, you have male neck, shoulders, hands, and waistline. And we're going to see a chart here, which is just an overview of all of those different traits that differentiate the difference between a woman and a male. So it is not possible for a woman to have an indent point below her navel, and it is not possible for a male to have an indent point above his navel. All of these traits we see in Serena and Venus Williams, and these traits were prominent before they were famous. Tune in next week where we discover Hollywood. Thank you.